It's Emily and Inca as normal here. Today I wanted to hop on and just chat about a silly little topic that, well, it first came up on my holiday and then it was brought up again yesterday by a friend, and I just thought, damn, that's quite an amusing topic to talk about, hopefully, anyway. Um, I also want to show you this blanket. Please notice the blanket. Um, yeah, I bought this yesterday. I also bought another one. Two blankets. Inca is being thoroughly spoilt. Um, this one, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it is this amazing soft velvety material that I just really can't get enough of. And then this sort of just feels like furry fleece, but it is, oh my gosh, it's such a pretty pattern. I just couldn't resist. Yes, so I just wanted to, accentuate them. Please notice I am strangely obsessed with baby blankets. I usually buy mine from, charity shops and whatnot. But obviously you don't get a choice when you go to a charity shop. You just, what's there is there. And I went to a shop yesterday and there was just like this wall of beautiful baby blankets. I could have come home with 10 of them. Like, I really had to be disciplined to just come home with 2, and I wasn't even supposed to buy 2. So before I get started, I'm going to be changing her into this, which you guys have definitely seen before, but it is really hotting up here in sunny England. Not. It actually is really sunny today, but it's warm and humid, and it's been kind of that horrible, like, cloudy humidity that everybody hates. So anyway, just a little moan there. So I think I'm gonna call this video something like being tight on everything except dolls, because that sort of just really sums up me. I am like a ridiculously tight person when I'm out shopping sometimes. Like, I've just recently gone away. As you guys know, I took a little trip and it was a really big deal because, with my health issues, I'm not often able to do things like that. So that was like, a really big deal for me. Anyway, my friend was constantly laughing at me because, like, at dinner time, I'm too tight to buy a drink. Like, I'll always order water because drinks are like just ridiculously expensive, even in like a crappy pub. Like, they're always like stupid prices for a Coke. And she was laughing at me because then, after I've been so tight, buying actual food, then I might go into, Next and buy, outfits and these baby blankets. And she is well aware, we're very close, of how much these dolls cost. So she was teasing me big time because, well, it's kind of a bit ridiculous, like, when you're very tight about some things and then very loose about others. And even my grandmother, who I went out with yesterday, was teasing me, like, that I wouldn't buy a coffee or whatever, and that, I needed a new coat, like, jacket thing, and I was just being, an absolute nightmare with looking at pricing. In the end, I did get a bag because my bag, oh god, it's seen better days. I mean, I'm going to show you. This is the bag, and if you follow me on my Instagram, then you know how obsessed I am with this bag. It's unhealthy. I haven't bought myself a new bag in many years. And you get very attached to bags, don't you? Like, I don't know, I get very attached to everything. I'm such a weirdo. Anyway, I was being like super, even tight about which bag I was going to choose because, you know, damn, like bags vary in value, like hugely. That one I think was about £36. And then there were ones there that was in the 50 range and ones that were in the 100 range, and it was just like skyrocketing to like a ridiculous amount. Anyway, the point of telling you this completely crazed, garbled ramble is to say that I am not like that about dolls, like at all. And gee, I know I'm coming at this from, you know, such privilege, you know, I can hear myself, like I am well aware, you know, there are people in this world that cannot afford water and shelter, you know, the fundamentals. So I am aware of how this sounds. But yes, with dolls, I don't find myself being tight with money at all. And I sometimes wonder, like, is that me being sort of a crazy, hysterical woman? And I'm joking, by the way. Oh my god. Yeah, is that me just being kind of like nuts? And you know, like when you have a kid, a lot of the time you know, spend more money on the kid than on yourself. And sometimes I worry, like, oh my god, is that what I'm doing? Am I like, you know, whenever I have a bit of spare money, going shopping for bags and jackets isn't fun for me. Even though obviously I'm like really, you know, so lucky that I can do that. You know, those aren't the things that I, you know, want to spend my money on. The only thing I want to spend my money on is dolls and doll related accessories. And I'm not sure that's entirely healthy all the time, to be quite honest. Girl, you're being awkward. Like, you're being really awkward with this vest today. Ugh. I even powdered her, so it shouldn't be awkward. But I'm not used to changing her on the boppy. I've got really out of practice. Okay, sorry, I was forced to get this sleeve out off camera because I didn't want to distress you guys with Inca looking, you know, all kinds of crazy while I'm manoeuvring her about. She's so small, gosh. You're so tiny. This boppy is like, you're drowning in it, girl. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so this has been a ramble. My basic question to you guys is, do you kind of feel the same? I know a lot of us, you know, I know for a lot of us, this reborn doll hobby is actually like our main hobby. Like, you know, obviously we all have other interests. I have like 1,000 other interests, and, you know, many of them are far more important to me than this hobby. But this is my outlet for pure fun, if that kind of makes sense. Like, my other hobbies are not, I suppose, as frivolous as this, I want to say. You know, I love animals, I love volunteering, I love writing, all of which sort of have a goal to me, if that kind of makes sense. But with these reborns, you know, nobody is like, unless I suppose you're an artist, and then that is kind of, you know, your goal to, you know, have a business with it. Obviously I'm not talking about you guys, but just as a collector, there isn't really a goal to, you know, doing these, you know, videos and you know, playing with the dolls all the time. It is just pure fun. And so I wonder if that's why, like, because to me my reborns are my only outlet for like pure fun, then I wonder why that's why I'm kind of so, you know, programmed to, you know, spend far more money on them than I would on any other thing. You're being so frustrating, girl. Why won't you get into the stress, honey? Why? Because I don't want to. Sorry guys, I've just had to do the last few bits of this outfit off camera because I am being an absolute nightmare today. Or she is, you know, who knows. And I can't seem to dress her. Anyway, my question is, are you guys, you know, like me? Do you find yourself, you know, being very unnecessarily tight with some purchases and then sort of not have that, you know, instinct, you know, not have the want to do that with your dolls? Or are you completely the opposite? Like, are you, you know, very restrictive and tight with what you spend on your dolls? If you are, I really applaud you. Obviously, I'm talking about play money here. I'm talking about money that is not, you know, going to bills, to rent. I know that I am in a ridiculously, you know, privileged position that I, you know, could afford, you know, Inca especially. I mean, you know, she has really made my dolly dreams come true, and yeah, I do feel like I could be tighter when it comes to dolls. Like, I always said to myself, I'm going to have one doll, I'm going to have one drawer of clothes, I'm not going to have any other accessories, and that is going to be it. And that has definitely not happened. Definitely not happened. So anyway, my comments, I still do not have comments, which is extremely annoying. I've actually got really frustrated with it now. But what can you do? I mean, you know, there's still a hope that they will be able to, you know, come back. I know I haven't done anything wrong. Obviously there are no minors in my videos, and it's all just very annoying. But if you do have something to say, please do it on my community wall. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. And obviously my Instagram. Otherwise, sorry for such a rambly video, and me and Lil Inca will see you in the next one. Bye!